Former Prime Minister Gordon Brown has used Sir Chris Hoy's success at the Olympics to support his argument that Scotland is better off as part of the Union. He's been giving the Donald Dewar Memorial Lecture at the Edinburgh Book Festival.
And perhaps that's one of the lessons I take from the Olympics. And Chris Hoy has made the point for me. I don't have to make it for myself. When we pool and share resources for the common good, it's often the case that the benefit is far greater than would have occurred if we just summed up and added up the parts.
Well, Glenn Campbell is in Edinburgh for us tonight. Glenn, what else did Gordon Brown have to say?
Well, as Prime Minister, he lectured on British values. Today, he was lecturing on Scottish values, distinctive values, he said, of community and justice, which in his view have helped to build the United Kingdom and underpin the principle that we share resources across all of the UK. Without that, he suggested that Scottish taxes would have to go up, or otherwise public spending would need to be cut, and that there would be a race to the bottom across these islands in wages, in social security benefits and in other areas too, as you've heard, suggesting that even our Olympic performance would not be as good. That, of course, is something heavily disputed by nationalists.
An independent Scotland, a team Scotland, would do fantastically well. Sports stars like Andy Murray and Chris Hoy would be extremely successful, because just look at Andy Murray. He went and perfected his skills in Spain alongside Rafa Nadal, and any sportsman or woman would go to whichever country they could by which they need to perfect those skills.
And Glenn, on another matter tonight, news about an intergovernmental arrangement about the independence referendum, perhaps?
Well, certainly the UK and Scottish governments have been talking about the referendum today. The UK government indicating that they're nearer to agreeing the timetable for reaching an agreement on what referendum will have, what form it will take and when it will be held. The Scottish government don't seem quite as convinced that as much progress has been made. Of course, they aim to hold the vote in the autumn of 2014. It's going to be a long campaign, and it's clear tonight at the Book Festival that Gordon Brown intends to play a bigger part in that. He's making another speech in 10 days' time, offering a critique of some of the alternatives that are being offered to independence. He's very clear he believes in more devolution, but not full tax and spend powers for Holyrood.
Thank you very much for that update, Glenn.